Was that a new intro?
What?
Hey guys, it's Crab Collector 01 here today for another video review. Today I'm going to be reviewing Transformers Generation 2 Jetstorm. Take a quick look. For those of you that's been long-term subscribers to the channel, I have already reviewed this guy once, so I won't be showing off the color change gimmick. I just wanted to give these guys an individualized review. Plus, when I originally reviewed him, he was not complete. I didn't have the water squirter weapon, so he's complete now. If you want to see how that gimmick works, you can watch that other video. Basically, this paint just turns white, and it has a Decepticon logo underneath. Logo, and it says Decepticon. But yeah, we'll move on to the figure. He's like a sort of like a dune buggy. Really nice. His is the only water squirter feature that has an actual rubber tube. So that's one thing to note. To transform him, what you want to do is come under here, just kind of wiggle this loose, and try to get this loose from the back. And that's his weapon. As you can see, it's kind of pliable. Set it to the side. To transform Jetstorm, what you want to do is grab the underside, flip it down, flip up the toes, fold the top section back, but you want to stop here so you can start raising these arms out. Flip the engine block up, becomes the arms, and then this folds down and snaps into the back. So yeah, he does have ratcheted elbows, which is nice. Not something you generally seen on toys of this era. But yeah, he's pretty cool. There he is transformed, and if you'll notice, he's a little weak at the waist. A simple fix for that, though, what I like to do is I took a model kit, like a sprue, leftover sprue, and just cut this down. And when I display him, what I do is I just wedge this between the backpack and the waist, and he stands great. So that's just a little quick trick you can do. If you get this guy, most of these guys, they're worn out at the waist, but it's just because all this is a friction joint here. I haven't seen one of these guys where the waist isn't wore out. They're always a little weak and wobbly. But yeah, just get you a little, anything will do. This was just a model kit sprue. Cut it down, and when I'm done playing with him, I just wedge it in the back, and he stands fine. Quick little 30-second fix. He can hold his weapon. What it does is it pegs into these two tabs on the back, but I wouldn't recommend pushing that in all the way because it's very, very tight. Every one of these guys I've seen, it's always very tight, and you'll not get it out without putting stress or maybe even breaking off one of these pegs. And the way his gun's designed, you'll see the handles like this. Well, the backpack plug's straight. You have to flip this over and kind of torque on that tube, which I don't like to do because it's just a little bit of rubber. So what I usually do is this will just slide right off the back. So I'll kind of just easily get this to stay on. And then I'll put the gun into his hand and just kind of rest the tube work underneath the backpack like that. That way there's not so much warping being done to that tube, because if you leave it attached, you have to actually twist the tubing 180 degrees around and plug it into his hand, and you get the same result like this. It doesn't affect anything. You can plug it back onto the thing, back onto the spout, and the water gimmick works just fine. But yeah, this guy gives me a certain kind of vibe.
Something strange in your neighborhood.
I don't really know what it is. Anyway, yeah, he's really nice. Super fun little little guy to just play around with. I would recommend him. I would get Deluge first, and then this guy and GoBots are kind of a close second. Aesthetically, I think Jetstorm's a little bit cooler. It seemed like Hasbro seemed to be a little biased in those days. They reserved the really cool transformation and alt modes for the Decepticons. But yeah, quick little review. Fun little toy. If you can get him, he shouldn't run you too much. He's usually one of the cheaper ones. I think about 14. You can usually get this guy complete. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. This is Crave Collector 01 signing off.